What is up, peeps and creeps? Welcome to another week in GTA 5 Online. This week is gonna be crazy good when it comes to making money. We have a lot to discuss. As you can see in the background, I'm already claiming the prize ride in the LS car meet. Very easy. I'm gonna show you how to do everything. Let's get into this video right now. I do ask that you drop a like on the video if you like the info, and let's get on with it. This week, we are going to go ahead and first thing first, deposit the money that I made from last week. Now remember, when I started documenting these things, I was sitting at 86 million, give or take. And once I go ahead and deposit the money that I made from last week, I'm sitting close to 90 million. So what we're doing is working, and this week is going to be another massive week in the way you're going to make money. There's tons of them. So hang with me. Let's start off in the beginning by looking at the legendary motorsport. I'm just going to browse by some of the vehicles and you'll see the discount on them. There's nothing here that is screaming, buy me, because I'm going to be the best car on the track kind of thing. But if you know of one of these cars being special, go ahead and let us know. But I just don't see any of these cars winning you races when it comes to the super class or sport. From there, I want to look at the Southern San Andreas. Now here, I'm just going to grab one of the cars that's on discount because of personal attachment. When I was young, my dad did own this car. So seeing it in the game kind of brings back memory. And I'm going to buy it, just customize it. It's a nice, iconic car in the North American culture, I guess. And it stuck with me. From there, let's take a look at the Warstock. Now, the Warstock has got some really good stuff happening here. You have some discounts on the MOC, and you have some discounts on the Terrabyte. Now, I can't stress enough to you guys, the Terrabyte is very, very important. There's multiple missions that are attached to it with bonuses that will make you a lot of money. If you haven't gotten into this one already, I would advise that you go ahead and get it, especially also that it's attached to some of the good ways you could make money this week. So that is the stuff that's on discount when it comes to the vehicles. There is nothing in the Elitas, and we're going to go ahead and fire our way down to Simeon's dealership to take a look at some of the cars that are there. Now these cars, while they might look good, especially the Rat Rod, it's not really something that's also going to win you any races. And there's no discounts on them, so there is no reason for you to dump the money here. You could dump it into a better business instead of getting a car that's going to sit in your garage. Once you acquire it, you're not really going to want to play with it. So these cars are here. Most of them are the cars that released with the game. They're not really something special. And from there, let's go ahead and look at the legendary or the luxury auto. The luxury auto's got like a Durango lookalike. It is super expensive. Again, that's a big ass SUV. I don't know if that's going to win you any races. And then you have that new car from, I think it's Hyundai, the electric one, or it's not even electric, it's hydrogen. That's going to be coming at one point or another, I guess, into the market. And some people will be able to afford it and others will just look at it. The only good thing about this car is it just reminds you of the car that was Back in the Future or Back to the Future. The similarities are just crazy, and it makes it very appealing. But it remains to be seen if this car is going to be iconic in real life or just another car that people will just browse by. Okay, so these are the discounts on the cars. Most of them are 30% like always. There's nothing really big here. Let's go ahead and talk money. Okay, now with money this week, your options are crazy good. Let's start off in the beginning with the Mobile Operations Center. You can go ahead and request that from your interaction menu. It's going to drop down somewhere close to you on the map. Once you go inside it, you can go ahead and start some of the missions. These missions this week are on double payouts, double RP. Now these missions, I'm not sure if they are good or not. I kind of forgotten because it's been a while. But I will document them, put them in the guide that I put out on Friday or Saturday. So look forward to that. From that, if you don't want to do the MOC missions, you can go ahead and get your Terrabyte. The one that's on discount as well this weekend, you can buy it. And this one also has missions that's on double payouts, double RP. Now, these missions are very easy to do and you can go ahead and pump them out. every mission is going to pay you somewhere around 60,000. Again, I'm going to get you some exact numbers when I do them, and it'll be included in the guide. From there, if that's not enough, because you own two big trucks, let's get another truck out here, and that is the Acid Lab. The Acid Lab is not on double payouts this week, but the speed of the product being made is double. So if you spend 3 hours in the game in order to get full stock or something around that time, it's going to be cut in half. And that is not a joke, because you can sell these for around close to $500,000. So if you sell a few of them this week, it's easy money. Okay? Now, one big surprise for me is the FIB file. The FIB file is paying some crazy money this week. For some reason, they gave it such a big boost, and that is nothing to pass on. Usually it pays somewhere around 300,000. This thing is paying 600,000. So you know what? That's going to be something that you got to focus on a lot more than something like the salvage yard that we talk about every week. So focus definitely on FIB file. Those are solo missions. You can get it done by yourself. You don't need to depend on anybody. It's easy money in the bank, so don't sleep on that. Your 100,000 challenge for the weekly challenge is to do a couple of missions from the Terrabyte. So the Terrabyte is on discount. There's a lot of missions that's on double payout, double RP. And if you do 3 of those missions, you're going to get an extra $100,000. So that should be another thing that is easy in the bank for you to do. From there is an adversary mode that has to do with the Shitaro. If you guys remember, last week they gave us the Shitaro as a bike, and I was telling you, it's an iconic bike. If it's on discount, you have the money for it, go ahead and grab it. Well, here's the week. They gave you the adversary mode for the Shitaro, and you can go ahead and play that on double payout, double RP. I'm not really a big fan of it because it consists of 4 players, and I just don't see the money being, better than something than the FIB file, or better than you doing the Terabyte missions by yourself. But again, we'll do the guide for Saturday, and everything will be straight and forward, what numbers and what you have to focus on. From there, yes, there is more. The missions that you have for the Terabyte, if you haven't done it before, these missions are on double payouts, double RP. These are big missions. I had to do them in order to get all the upgrades for the Acid Lab. My mistake, I did say Terabyte. For the Acid Lab, those missions, in order to get the Acid Lab fully upgraded, are somewhat difficult, but I think it's worth it at the end because there's bonuses attached to it. So if you haven't done them and they're on double payouts, double RP, you need to do 10 of them in order to get the Terabyte up and running the way we have it right now, producing this type of product. You need to do these missions, and this is the perfect time to do them. If you have a friend or by yourself, I remember I did it by myself. You can go ahead and do it on double payouts, double RP. One last thing that you can't sleep on if you are a solo player is, of course, the salvage yard. For me, however, this week, looking at the numbers, I'm not even going to touch it because some of the missions for the salvage yard takes a while to do. They're almost like 8 missions compared to the FIB file that is like 4 missions, and they're super easy. So I'm not really going to focus on the salvage yard. And last but not least, and these are very important, you're probably going to see the documentation going on them later today, is the HSW time trial, 250,000, the time trial, 100,000, and the junk time trial that's going to give you 50,000. Those are something that you should be doing every week. They're solo. We can't really ask for more than that, and they're very easy to do. When it comes to the podium vehicles, there's 2 vehicles that are available for you this week to get for free. One of them is super easy. It's in the LS car meet, and it requires that you come in the top 3 one time. That is easy. Now, I own this vehicle, but you know what? If it's this easy and Rockstar is giving us the time of day, why not capitalize on it? And you know the big garage that's underground? I have like just cars getting tossed into it, the free cars. So like the Felisa heist car, remember? There was one here with the skin the other day that's tossed in there. Any car that I win for free, I just toss it in that garage. It's a multi-level garage, and I'm working on getting it filled. And one day I could look at it and say, you know what, all these cars were here for free. I still need to organize it. Some cars are paid, but it's something very easy. And I just jumped into one of the races. Two players jumped in with me, so all of us benefited because you just have to be in the top three. All of us are basically winning. I ended up winning the race. The car was available. I went and grabbed it, and it's in storage. From there, last but not, you know what it is, we go to the casino and we do the spin for this big behemoth Escalade. And I think we're going to keep with tradition like we always do. I've tried everything. I've tried the 3-second rule. I've tried the 4-second rule, the 96 rule. I've combined them, and we keep with tradition, and we don't get the car like we always. All right, peeps. I'll let you go. Stay safe. Thanks for hanging with me, and look forward to the guide and everything to come on the channel to break down everything that's available in GTA 5 this week. Peace. Peace, peeps. Would that work? I will work on it.